Happy Wednesday. The freaking cop is looking at me like I don't have the right to pull out of the parking lot. He's slamming on his brakes. I mean, man. It's like, get with the picture, man. People drive, you know? That's what we do. We drive on the street. So, check this out. Are you the person that deserves to make the money that you want to make? That dream income, that money that will allow you the opportunity to pay for your kids' education, allow you to sprinkle your wife or your husband or your loved one with gifts that make them, you know, understand how much you love them and how much you care. Are you that person? Because if you're not that person, then you shouldn't be complaining that you don't have that money. It's a ridiculous number, but they say that in America, the average person reads less than one book a year. And I see a lot of people complaining, and I was one of those people. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I speak from experience. I don't speak from some vantage point on, you know, Mount Everest, you know, above everyone else, and, you know, I'm perfect and I've never made any mistakes. No. Sorry. I would love to tell you that. All my wisdom comes from just this intuition that I was born with, that I've always had since I was a child, but that would be a lie. But back to the story. They only read less than book. We only read less than one book per year. And that includes, you know, everything. Field, everything. You have a job. You want that higher position. You want to be the boss. You want to be the person in charge. But you don't read any management books. You don't read any interpersonal skills books. You don't read any public speaking books. All those things you need as a manager, but you don't read those books. We don't read those books. I read them, but you know what I mean. If you're not doing the conditioning of your mind to prove to yourself that you have those abilities to make that kind of money, but not only make the money, but also, you know, benefit those that are putting you in that position. Even if it's not someone putting you in that position, if it's you as an entrepreneur and you feel like your business should be making that dream amount of cash or that dream amount of money, and you're not, then you haven't reached that pinnacle of achievement yet. You know, your thinking and your ideas are not aligning with that goal. You know, and then that's pouring over into your actions, because those ideas and you know, create that willingness to push. They create that action. You know, if you have that idea pop into your head, that's what gets you to go. You know, oh man, I could be doing that, or I see the link between that, what I want, and if I do this or this idea, or if I combine my skills with these other people, you know, that's what happens when, you know, someone has that spark and they're like, oh, you know, I gotta go with this. Well, if you're not reading and you're not opening up your mind and you're not inviting all of these new ideas into your mind, you're not going to get there. You're not going to get to that spark. You're not going to get to that epiphany that's going to launch you into this, you know, magnificent level of work ethic. Because don't forget that either. You have to have the work ethic. You can't just be brainiac. You have to have the work ethic. You know, and that, you know, that's the one big thing that, you know, I always, you know, have an issue, you know, with people. Not really an issue, but a little bit of a problem with people, you know, that ask me about, you know, different things that I do. You know, it's like I've said before, I was just born with a freak level of motivation, self-motivation. I don't know what it is. I love it, and I'm grateful. I'm not cocky about it or anything. I'm just honest about it. Anything can be taken away from us, but I've always had an incredible level of self-motivation, man. It's really been unbelievable in all reality. It's really helped me through some serious humps and trying times in life. So I'm thankful for that. But I'll end with this. Ideas come from tapping into other people's ideas or being around those people that help those ideas, into your mind, to help you absorb like a sponge all of those different ideas that other people have, and then those things gel together in your mind, and you come up with this, whatever it is that you want to do, because these people don't have to be doing exactly what you're doing. Obviously, that would help, or mentors that have done what you're trying to do, but that's another video. You need to gather and then allow yourself the time to, blend it all together, and then find what it is that's going to motivate you and push you forward. I don't really like talking about the job things, man, because jobs are hard to be motivated on, especially if the people treat you like crap. Or you work with people you don't like. I mean, all those things can be overcome, but that's the thing. Do you want to spend your time overcoming those kind of problems? It's just like, there's hobbies that I've done, and I'm not going to go too much longer, but there's hobbies that I've done. I relate this kind of the job thing, because that's what it felt like. It felt like a job. And so I was like, I'm out of here. Sorry. That's just the way it is. I was done. But, I've done hobbies in the past, and, you get around people and it's like, this feels like a job. On a job, when you pay to deal with this crap, but here I'm paying to deal with this crap. So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not doing that. Sorry. I'm gone. If I'm not around people I like and I'm paying to be here, then you're not getting my money. So, but outside of that, if it's a job and you're having these issues, you're spending, that does help you to grow as a person, but are you growing in such a way that's blessing your pocketbook rather than blessing your ultimate wisdom and interpersonal skills as far as dealing with people? I understand that can help you, but if you're stressed out and depressed and all this other stuff from a job, if you love your job, great. But if you don't love your job, it's going to be kind of hard to, push and do all these different things to help people, especially to help a manager or help an owner of your company that you don't like. You have to, you could look at it in the bigger picture that you're helping yourself, but I mean, it's still pretty tough. So this video went a little longer than I wanted it to. I'm sorry, but whatever, man. These are the ideas. We get them out, and that's what we do. We get the ideas out. So if you like it, great. If you don't, then the next video may be for you. Happy Wednesday.